Before I get into this month's episode of This Month in UK Funfairs, I do have an announcement I do want to break out. I'm happy to say that for the very first time, I will be at Loughborough Fair this year. Yes. So this has been a fair that's been on my bucket list of fairs to go to, but I've never really been able to with other duties, but because with stuff that normally would happen this time of the month for me, with COVID being a cancellation and a lot of other complications surrounding the events that would have been happening, thankfully I'm able to go to Loughborough for the very first time ever in the town in general. Very excited about that, particularly with Crow's Exciter, because that is a ride I've never seen before, and looking forward to getting on that thing for the first time. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into this month in UK Funfairs. So hello and welcome to the October 2021 edition of This Month in UK Funfairs. So this has seen the end of the back-end fairs, and we're now seeing the start of the winter events, which are being set up, most notably Hyde Park Winter Wonderland. Probably not going to be doing it this year, but I will explain reasons when the time is closer and when I don't have anything to upload for then. But I will probably be focused on these smaller events yet again. I will be explaining more onto why in another video in the future, maybe early December when that video does go out. But with the back end, we did see a lot of fireworks events and bonfire events that couldn't happen, and we'll get more into that now with the start of the events for this month in UK Funfairs. But before we do,
the Rowland family have announced that their scare fair in Teignmouth, which was due to be held from the 22nd to the 31st of October, the fair was cancelled due to both terrible weather and poor ground conditions. A total of 8 bonfires and fireworks events which would have also had their own fair have all been cancelled over COVID concerns. According to a spokesperson of the Manchester City Council, the guidance around COVID-19 safety has made the events unworkable and that the health of Manchester people has to come first. These events include displays and bonfires at Heaton Park, Platfields Park, Wythenshawe Park, Crumpsall Park, the Ethard Campus, Kringle Park, Debdale Park and Brookdale Park. Meanwhile, Salford City Council we're delighted to announce that 2 bonfire and fireworks events will be going ahead. It is unconfirmed if these 2 events will have a fun fair, but one will go ahead on the 5th November at Buile Hill Park, and another the next day on the 6th at Prince's Park Earlham. The Gubble family, who own the City Star giant wheel, have confirmed it will be returning to Hyde Park Winter Wonderland for 2022. The wheel actually made its debut at the same event a couple of years ago. Glasgow George Square Christmas Market cancelled due to complications with COP26. A spokesperson from Marketplace Europe confirmed that the event will not be going ahead following difficulties accessing the site caused by COP.
next up, let's have a look and see what new rides have been coming to the UK Funfair scene.
It has been revealed that Global Events and Attractions now have a brand new Caterpillar roller coaster from Govan Rides. This was first made and picked up in early 2020, but the news about this attraction came into light during this October. A brand new 20 meters wheel called Happy Wheel has been made by AK Rides, brand new for Jan de Koning. It will be travelled by the company named Giant Wheel Company, and it made its first appearance in the town of Menai Bridge in northwest Wales. Evan Moran Jr. has purchased a powered family coaster made by Cam Baby Kart called Grand Canyon from a seller in Norway. It's not been confirmed if the one pictured here is the exact coaster, but the track layout and design is almost the same. Keep an eye out on where the actual coaster first pops up. Ordered and recently picked up a brand new Dodge track from CBK Technic. Michael will be travelling with the ride under the company name M&D Price Leisure Limited.
And finally, let's have a look and see what has been any going-ons with ride changes into the UK Funfair scene. Just messed that up, sorry about that.
Now, this happened earlier in the year than October, but somehow this bit of news was picked up this month. Sheldon Hart has sold his Nottingham UK Miami named Cliffhanger to Gary Gore. The ownership change took place in August earlier this year. Nikki and Asa Shaw have sold their KMG Freakout to Mark Benson. Mark made his first outing with this new purchase at the self-hosted fireworks fair at Colebrook Park of Tunbridge Wells in Kent. Gilbert Chadwick Jr. has sold his self-built ghost train to David Irvin. We haven't received news of where David will be first taking the ride, but it is understood that Gilbert will be making way for something new, so watch this space. 2 rides are being purchased by Stephen Kelly. The first ride is a Cadoxton roundup called Cage Fighter from Paul Warwick Jr. The second ride Stephen has purchased is a ghost train owned and built by Aaron Boswell in 2015. A giant wheel made by Confolding Group, which was brand new to William Abbott and Michael Wallace Jr. in 2018 and was travelled under the company name Observation Wheel UK Limited, has now been sold to Elliot Crow. It hasn't been confirmed at the moment where Elliot will first be taking this attraction. M&D Taylor have sold their Mad Mouse Farbury spinning coaster to an unnamed buyer in Wales. The coaster, which was new to M&D and spent the past year at M&D's theme park in Scotland, was sold to a non-showman buyer at a caravan park called Gateway Resort in Llanelli. Terence Reeves has taken over ownership of the ice jet Bertazan Matterhorn from his father Gerald. The ride recently made its last outing in Gerald's hands at this year's Hull Fair before passing the ride on to son Terence following a purchase within the family. Keeping on topic with Terence Reeves, as he has recently sold his Maxwell Waltzer to Lee Harris. Many will remember this ride for being brand new to Arthur Lawrence Silcock in 1972 until Reeves bought it in March 2016, where Terence had the ride at. 2 changes have been made to ownership of 2 rides of Stanley Thurston. However, both of them will remain in the family. The first ride is the Daredevil Nottingham UK Miami is now in the hands of Bronson. The second ride is the recently rethemed Jetfire Tivoli remix. This ride is now in the hands of son Stanley Jr. And with all that, back to studio.
So that is it for the October 2021 edition of This Month in UK Funfairs. So, Loughborough Fair, very first time for me. And that will be the next video you will see from me. Probably will go a couple of days. Which we'll see the start. I don't exactly know how many I'm going to be able to get, but I do hope to get a good amount to keep the channel covered. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and see you later.